Good afternoon, teacher and partners. My name is Kimberly Prieto. Actually, I'm studying the Bachelor in English as a foreign language at the Santo Tomas University, Cauchy Quinquirá. And during this semester, I'm enrolled in the subject Research in Action with the teacher Manuel Medina and Angelica Carvajal. For that reason, I would like to present you my research question idea. I would like to present my research statement in order to contextualize you in my research question idea. Well, as researcher, I had the opportunity in another subject the last semester to make an observation in a school here in Ubaté. This school was the Presentación School. It is a very traditional and important school here in Ubaté. It has around 115 years. I think that for that reason is very important here. I was making my observation in the first A grade, and about the observation, it was a regular observation and it was amazing or different, but one student called my attention. He called my attention because his personal things were on the floor. And his backpack was open and on the floor, his ruler in some desk, his notebook in another desk, and I said, wow, but probably it isn't so amazing. Well, I said, anything happened. After, the teacher asked something to him, but he can't understand. The teacher asked something what doesn't have a literal meaning, but the student can understand. It was easy, but he can't understand what she said. After, when he answered the question to the teacher, I realized that he had some pronunciation problems. I want to clarify that I was making an observation in an English class, but the teacher sometimes speaks in Spanish, and the question that she made was in Spanish. Well, I said probably he had some difficulties, and after to have to take photos, and when I arrived to his book, I realized that I can't read anything what he wrote. His letter was very difficult to coding, and for that reason, and taking into account that according to the Graham study, a student in this age is able to write legible, I said, well, why he is in first grade if he can't read or write? Then I asked to the teacher and to the mother about him, and they told me that he has some difficulties, some language disabilities. Then the explicit problem is that the student has different learning process and also learning needs, but he is immersed in an educational context which wasn't think for people like him. The student has difficulties in reading, writing. Also, he had some problems to understand the other's ideas and also to express his own ideas. Then I think that this kind of disabilities can in some way affect his learning process. And for that reason, this topic was very interesting for me. I have to confess that after that I was in the subject English for students with special needs. I was very in love to this kind of investigation, and I was wishing that something appears in my way, and it happens. The purpose of my research question idea is to give voice to this student and to share his learning experience with other people who have similar or the same disabilities. I think that the best way to learn are the tales, like when we were children. And I think that give voice to him can help a lot of people, because I think that exists a lot of people who has the same disabilities. And for that reason, I think that my micro project fits perfectly with the purpose of the sub-project number 3 and with the macro project 2 file of research 2 in the research files of the lake. The purpose of this sub-project is, I'm going to read, to give voice to the lay realities, life stories and experiences. And it is perfect because I want to share, to give voice to his learning English experiences. Then I think that it's perfectly in this way. Bring a lot of benefits to the participants, to teachers, to pre-service teachers, to parents, and to future readers. Why? Because it gives us the opportunity to take awareness about a real situation, a real thing that is happening in this moment, and it was happening for a long time. And it helps us to take awareness about this condition. Well, I'm going to be more specific. To the main participants, this research could bring benefits as tell his story to someone who don't judge him. Probably it can help him to increase his awareness about his own needs and disabilities. Also, it can help him to overcome his learning disabilities and his language disabilities. To secondary participants, research could be helpful in order to understand the condition of a student who has problem to understand his own language when he is learning another language, a foreign language. To researcher and as future teacher, it could be helpful to understand and to create strategies for students like him with language difficulties or needs to can learn easily. And to future readers, the research could be help to guide their classes with strategies, ways to teach, and to read and writing be more comprehensive with this kind of situation. This research is important to the micro project because it gives voice to someone and it fits perfect with the purpose. To finish this video, I want to remind you what is my research question idea. My research question idea is the following. How is the English learning experience of a first grade student or learner who has receptive and productive language disabilities at the Presentación School of a school in Ubaté, Cundinamarca? My objectives in order to achieve this situation is to analyze the English learning experience of a first grade learner who has receptive and productive language disabilities at the Presentación School in Ubaté, Cundinamarca. And also I have another objective, that is to give voice to a student who has receptive and productive language disabilities to tell his own story, to promote awareness and an understanding of his situation. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you like it, and also I will hope that you share your comments and give me your suggestions. Thank you so much.